Within Fortnite's competitive scene resides a Master of Fortnite Fighting, a player so good that he can win any fight no matter how many people are against him. A player so skilled that entire lobbies are scared of him. From tier 1 pros to creative warriors, everyone fears him. And his name is Peterbot, and I want to be just like him. You see, when I started this game 3 years ago, I didn't care about earnings or placing. All I cared about was just becoming a good fighter. And throughout all the videos I've made, I've been searching for ways to do that. From copying Peterbot's routine to trying to make my own, I've tried everything, but they've all failed. But this time, things were not the same. From heartbreaking losses to making history, this is the story on how I became the greatest fighter. To start, I wanted to assess my skill level to see where I'm currently at, and the best way that I thought I could do that is by 1v1ing one of the best fighters I know. You see, in order to become the best at fighting, you have to train with the best. And this was actually step 1 of my very detailed plan to master fighting. But without further ado, let me introduce to you the pro player. Having over 16,000 PR, and over $600 in earnings, and even getting top 30 with over 50 kills in the recent solo cash cup, this is Kyrie. Now, he is one of the many pros that are going to appear in this video to actually help me and coach me on how to become a good fighter. But this isn't all for no reason. At the end of the 7 days, I'll be participating in a tournament that will be one of the key factors to decide whether or not I mastered fighting. Now at this point, I can't tell you what the tournament is, but what I can tell you is that Kyrie's training definitely ended up paying off.
Alright, let's go.
Whoa. Okay. Now, it was already obvious that he was leagues above me, but we decided to fight a couple more times to see if maybe I could kill him. But in reality, I'm pretty sure it was just to get his ego up. Round after round, I was just getting pissed on. I was getting pieced so much that I died to fall damage 2 rounds in a row just to try to avoid getting clipped. Now, I was close to killing him a couple times, but close isn't enough. If I wanted to master fighting, then I would need much more than that. So I decided to ask him what I was doing wrong. What were some things that you noticed about my gameplay that was bad? Like, that you think you could help?
You're like that gif, like with the tiger behind the screen or whatever.
What does that even mean?
Like, you look good, but you don't do shit with it. Like, you just do too much. Like, you need to be more simple. And your aim is terrible.
He then told me the maps that he uses to warm up and the maps that he thinks I should play to help me with the things I do wrong. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is where the training actually begins. First, we're gonna start off with a quick 15-minute free build, focusing on crosshair placement and being slow and simple just like he said. Now after a certain point, I actually got pretty bored, so I headed on to the next part of the routine, which was solo endgame practice. All the map is you as a solo in endgame trying to survive and win the round. Now I'm guessing Kyrie does this as preparation for the tournaments that he's about to play, and considering the fact that we're gonna play a tournament very soon, this seemed pretty important. So going into the map, I tried my best not to die. Nice! My first win! Another one, baby, come on! Now after another 30 minutes of absolutely pissing on these kids, I decided to get off of the game. And yes, I know, I didn't do that much, but this is the routine that Kyrie gave me. And for now, all I can do is trust what he has in store for me. Now, at the start of day 2, I was really wondering what the new routine would be. Because if I wanted to master fighting, I would need to do much more than just free build. And I'm sure Kyrie understood that. Because starting off with our daily 1v1, he seemed to be taking it more seriously, with the score starting off at a whopping 4-0. But I knew if I wanted to upgrade my routine, I would need to show him how good I actually am. And that's exactly what I ended up doing.
Don't get 5-0, bro. You might have gotten worse. Oh, shoot. Oh, what? Did I teach you that? Oh. No.
Now that is what I call improvement. Not only did I get one of my first kills on Kyrie, but it actually felt like I was dominating the whole fight, which was a big step in the right direction. And little did I know that this wouldn't be the last time it would happen, because going into the very next round, well, you'll just see for yourself.
I'm missing right now.
Oh, bad angle. Oh, frick, bro.
You're a fall damage machine, gang. What box?
6-7.
Oh, wrong at it. No.
Nice.
No. Alright, let me stop trolling with my food.
Yeah, he wasn't lying. He killed me right after that. But this was insane progress. Before, I couldn't even get around on him. And now, I actually felt like I was giving him a little bit of a challenge. And just as he promised me, he gave me the new updated routine based off what he thinks I should still work on. At this point in time, everything was going amazing. I was only 2 days in and I was seeing progress. But I still felt like something was wrong. Like something was about to happen. And soon, I would be proven correct. But for now, let's focus on our new routine. We now have the addition of Mechanics Training V5, and just as the title says, it's basically just training every mechanic in the game, from aim to piece control. And then the last part of the routine is ranked reload / normal ranked. Now this is going to be our first bit of actual in-game practice, and some could argue the most important part of the routine, since I will be playing a tournament at the end of the 7 days. Alright, so we actually have quite a bit to do, but I think I'm going to focus on my aim and my piece. Oh my goodness, there's no way Kyrie does all these. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did not do all of them. But to make up for not doing all of them, I decided to spend extra time in the ones that I did do, focusing on creating extra variations of angles and peaks that could actually help me in game. How did I miss that? Now you'll come to find out that throughout these days I actually really came to love this map, and I low-key wish I took more advantage of this leading up to day number 7. And I could say the same thing for my aim. I don't even want to talk about my aim. It's a good thing that the next part of this routine works on just that. Now I did decide to play reload ranked because, well, I have the attention span of a 5-year-old, but you'll see me bouncing through both game modes throughout the days. Alright guys, watch this, ready? I have to at least hit a clip on this last guy, bro. 24 kill win, okay, that's not bad. Day 3, baby! I'm pretty sure Kyrie's running a little bit late, but he should be here sometime soon. Now, this wasn't unusual behavior for Kyrie. I've known him for quite a while now, and he's usually late for a lot of things. But this was different. You see, ever since I told Kyrie about my dream of becoming the best fighter, he promised that he would do everything in his power to help me get there. And so far, he's been doing a pretty good job of that. But this time, he wasn't even DMing me back, and plus, he's literally on Fortnite right now. But I trusted him, so I waited and waited and waited until I couldn't anymore. I decided to go ahead on with the routine, believing that maybe after I finished, he would finally respond to my DM. But I would end up finishing the routine, and that DM never came. So I got off, and did the same thing the next day as well, and still no DM. This was honestly really demotivating. 2 days have passed, and it felt like there has been absolutely zero progress. I only had a couple days till I had to play the tournament, which means I had to log in, but I just couldn't. That is until I got this DM. This is exactly what I needed. I was so burnt out right now that I just couldn't play. I just needed something to take my mind off things and actually have fun for once in a while. And what better way to do that than to carry my IRL to a qualification in a tournament. And this would also be the perfect opportunity to practice my fighting. You see, Miko here isn't exactly the best player, but he's a ton of fun to be around, which means this was the perfect mixture. I would carry him in fights, and in return, he would give me passion to play the game again. Therefore, we started Operation Bring Back Mors. Alright, Miko. You know, I'm a little burnt out right now. It's your job to give me good vibes, okay? I'm going for the test. I don't care if I die. Oh my gosh, you get that? Nice.
I'm dead.
Yo! Now, this wasn't a really good start for Miko, but I guess I should be expecting that. Because after all, I should be the one carrying him. And since I am carrying him, I decided to set some goals for myself. The first one being is that I have to drop at least 10 kills by myself in one of these games, which should be pretty simple. And the second goal is to have as much fun as possible. Now, this tournament format has a 45-minute time limit with only 3 games to play, which means it's going to go by pretty quickly, which is also why I wanted to squeeze in as many kills as I could in that small time frame. But little did I know that that was going to be harder than I thought. Dead on him?
Under us, bro.
Dead. On me? 100? 100? Am I well? Dead. 100? 100? Nice. 100 on him? Oh my gosh. No way! I'm so ass. Dead.
Might have a couple of kills coming too.
Dead. Oh. I like that. Oh my gosh. Wow, bro. Now, I will admit, I had a lot of problems with staying alive because I was so fixated on getting 10 kills. It got so bad that we didn't even end up qualifying to the finals. Nonetheless, I didn't come out of this empty-handed because not only did I reignite my passion, but I now remembered why I was doing this in the first place. All those times where I was mocked and laughed at for not being a good fighter were going to end. I was going to make sure that I was going to become Fortnite's best fighter. And sacrificing Miko's tournament was just the start. You see, I don't know if you remember, but at the start of the video, I told you guys about a plan that I had. And I don't know if you also noticed that I haven't said a single word about it. And the reason that is because I was saving it for this perfect moment. There was now only 24 hours left till I had to play the tournament. And I was going to make sure that I used every minute of it correctly. Step 1 to the plan was very simple. I would continue to follow the same routine that I've been following for the past 7 days. Except this time, I'm forcing myself to double the playing time of each map. So instead of playing for 30 minutes, I would play each map for over an hour. Now, of course, I started to get really bored, but I knew I had to grind through that boredom. With each passing minute, the tournament gets closer and closer, and I knew I couldn't afford to waste any amount of time. And after eventually finishing the routine, I decided to take a page out of Kyrie's book and actually VOD review the fights that have been throughout the past couple days. Using this, I could see what I did wrong and improve on those mistakes. And all this was in preparation for the last and final step. Since the beginning of this challenge, I've been 1v1ing a player who was better than me at the start of every day, and today was no different. Except, of course, the player who I'm 1v1ing has over 20 times the amount of earnings and PR that Kyrie has, and is the best fighter that I know. He has qualified to FNCS Grand Finals 3 times, has over $12,000 in earnings, and almost 100,000 PR. This is Jack. Mr. Jack, I'm on. First to 5. That's it. You just need a full try your ass off. Okay.
I just got on after, what's it called? Something on in some Cash Cup.
Oh my. Yo, okay, well. Oh, freak. 3-0? Oh. Now, at this point in time, I already knew that I was going to lose. That much was apparent, and there's nothing I could do about that. But that wasn't the plan here. You see, what I've realized throughout the past couple days is that I can't become a pro fighter in just a week. But what I can do is try to pretend like I'm a pro fighter. Now, I'm pretty sure that didn't make any sense. But basically what I'm trying to say is that by squeezing information out of Jack and actually fighting him, I would be learning his techniques and how he actually fights. Which means my only job was to survive. Yo, I haven't hit you in 3 rounds, man.
You told me to try, so.
Yeah, no. Keep going, keep going. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, I hit you.
4 rounds, you hit me once. Oh,
Okay.
dear.
Okay.
What's this
No
game even about?
way. Nice! Oh, finally! Yeah, I died right after that. But I didn't get 5-0. And right when I thought the training was gonna end, Jack gave me an even better opportunity to learn. You see, we continued to 1v1 for almost 20 more rounds. And in those 20 rounds, Jack was actually giving me a bunch of advice on what to fix and work on. But to not bore you, I'm gonna sum up the 3 main points that he told me to fix. The first point is confidence. Or in his words,
Yeah, why do cats not play poker in the jungle?
why?
I mean, cheetahs.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know what that means, but I'm gonna take it as confidence. The second point is pretty straight and simple, and it's to have a plan while I'm fighting. And the third and final point is to turn off your brain. Now, I don't really know what that means, but I'm willing to bet that I'll find out in the tournament. This would be the final test of my skills, the tournament that I've been training for the past week, the Solo Cash Cup. Now I want to make a few things clear. I will be only going for a 20 bomb. I will not be trying to qualify to the finals. In fact, I won't even try to get a high placement. The only thing I'm aiming for is a 20 bomb win. That is the ultimate show of being a good fighter. But little did I know that I was going to do much more than just drop a 20 bomb. Oh my gosh, they're doing too much. Let's get a channel.
Chop it up.
No, man, no. Now, this game was horrible for multiple reasons. The first being that it wasn't my first game. In fact, it wasn't even my second. It was my third game. Along with that and the fact that it was a 10 kill 6th, which is a pretty decent placement, I now had 103 points, putting me in the top 600, which means I was now in decent elo. And that also means that dropping a 20 bomb would be even 10 times harder. But that's when I noticed something. When going into the very next game, it was absolutely stacked. And that could mean one of two things. Option number 1, there's a lot of drones, or option number 2, there's a lot of pros. But after my first kill, I had a sneaky suspicion that this wasn't a lobby full of pros. So I started to keep. Now I'm gonna blur my points and kills from here on out, cause this ended up being a lot closer than I thought. This guy just disappeared. So I'm going to fizz crash pad on someone's forehead, carry their minis, and we're good to go. Sorry, dude. Beautiful. That just saved my life. Gosh.
100 mats.
You serious right now? I'm so crazy. How many kills was that? Please tell me it was 20.
No, it's not.
What was it?
Like
14?
15.
I had the 20 bomb right at the fingertips of my hands, but I just wasn't good enough. And now I had an even harder decision to make. You see, this solo cash cup is not any ordinary solo cash cup. You see, your best 4 out of 6 weeks count towards a cumulative leaderboard, in which if you got over 1200 points, you would qualify to the finals and get guaranteed earnings. So for the past 5 weeks, I've been playing my heart out, and defying all odds, I was actually in qualification after every week. But since I needed 335 points this tournament, I figured that it was impossible, since I've never gotten that high of points before. But with me dropping that back-to-back high kill game, it was now possible, and it was closer than ever. So I decided to stop keying, and instead, my goal now was to qualify to finals. And if I did, I would finally prove myself as the best fighter. But that was gonna be harder than I thought. You see, going into the next game, I was really motivated. I followed the same loot path that I've been following for the past couple games, but this time I camped instead of keying. And after getting a few lucky zones, I was now in the end game. And with me being top 50 on the leaderboard, this would be the first real end game that I've played. So in order to prove myself, I had to do good this game. What the? Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
No! Like, what is... I should have 100% won that on height right there, bro. Now, that was a pretty bad game. But as long as I didn't have one of those again, then we would be perfectly fine. But of course, things are never that simple. No, this is perfect! Ugh! No, 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 I knew it, 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 I knew it. I now had one game remaining and about 60 points to go, which means if I wanted to qualify, I would need an absolute miracle. But then I remembered Jack's tips. Confidence is key, and as of right now, I truly believed I could do it. So going into this next game, I knew exactly what I had to do.
Going for you, Kyrie.
Oh, I put the rock. Unfortunately, I didn't end up qualifying, placing 130th cumulative, just barely surpassing 1200 points. It felt like I had failed. I had dropped one of my highest kill games that I've ever gotten, but I had failed to qualify. Let me know down in the comments if you think I mastered fighting or not.